Hi everybody, this is Crypto Rich working with you to get rich with crypto, filling our pockets with crypto profits. I have with me Dan Weinberger. He is the CEO of Morpheus Network. This is the first interview we have had after a couple of months, and we have some very, very exciting news about some things that are coming up with Morpheus Network. So do watch the whole thing. Please comment, subscribe, and come and follow me on Twitter, cryptorichYT. Enjoy. Hey, good afternoon, Dan. Thank you so much for making yourself available. I know it's been a few months, Christmas and New Year, and the last time we spoke was in November. This is going to be a rapid fire update on what has been happening in the world of Morpheus Network since we last spoke in November 2019.
Well, Rich, great to talk to you finally. I know we tried to set this up for a long time, and I do apologize. I have busy days going on nowadays, which is great for us, but great for us as a company, but difficult for us to have these conversations. So I'm glad we finally got this set up. But yeah, over the last few months, it's been regular business as usual. The platform's been running amazingly. We're basically working with various clients every single day. I was just talking to you before the interview started about these various systems that we're developing that are developed, but we need to tweak for various clients as well, which is amazing. We've gone into a little bit of detail about our document handling system, which I'm very excited about. Basically taking in documents. The project right now that we're actually speccing out, it has to do with certificates specifically. But we've actually done the same project with compliance documentation within supply chains, talking about bills of lading and performas, and making sure all the documents are all set up properly. And Rich, the way it works nowadays is there's so many different levels within a supply chain, like we've mentioned, whether it's the actual company that's shipping, company that's receiving, the different suppliers you're working with, the customs brokers, the actual shipping companies themselves, the freight forwarders, and everyone is sort of communicating with each other with their own mediums, whether it's an email that goes back and forth through every single one of these intermediaries, slows down the entire process. If an email is lost down the chain, then that document never gets transmitted. So what we're incorporating with this amazing document handling system is a single point of truth where everyone's accessing the exact same documents from the same point. You're updating the documents in that same spot as well. And it's not emails going around, it's everyone accessing one simple portal and interface. So everyone's looking at the same song sheet, basically. They're singing off the same song sheet. Nowadays, it's ridiculous. One of the companies we're working with, to send one container, sends off 600 different emails. 600 emails have to be received and read, send off one shipment. It makes absolutely no sense.
And how many shipments do they do a day or a week or a year?
They actually do. This company specifically does, from this one product line itself, does just under 400,000 cases of shipments per year. This is going back last year. And they have about 1,800 cases in a container. So you can see how many containers they're shipping in a year just from one product line. And it's 600 emails for each one of these containers as well. So you can see that they just add up like crazy. And basically they've had a huge issue with profitability based on the supply chain being so backed up, just trying to get these shipments set up and processed as quickly as possible. So we love these situations based on their complexity, and obviously they're terrible for these companies at the time. We can come in and provide these solutions, and that's what we love, these pain points. I'd be able to come in there and change what they're doing. So
yes, I get the image of something really ramshackle and put together, and bits of sellotape here and there, and everything, like a Keystone Cop sort of construction or something. Right?
Yeah, it's a lot of empty coffee cups and banging on the table and people yelling at each other and all these different headaches, and the people on the ground level, these are the people that will say they need this system the most. They're the ones that have no system to go on, and they're just chasing down documents left and right.
So wow. Okay. Now, since we spoke in November, there have been some big name announcements. Do you want to say something about them? One was GoChain, the other is Reader.
Yeah, most definitely. Well, Reader is a manufacturer down in China as well. When it comes to these different pilots that we're running in different places around the world, we've actually done geo-tracking in 6 continents now. So having like QRs or scans done in 6 different continents, to geolocate that spot. So we ran a pilot with Reader, is a cabinet manufacturer out in China. They do a bunch of different products, but the shipment itself was cabinets. APEC was another company out in China that we did a pilot with. One of my my co-founder Noam Epple will say that when it comes to this technology, and you want to make sure that this stuff is battle tested. We don't want to be sending out these QRs to be scanned and not having them work properly in various places around the world. So making sure that China's scanning them, making sure they're working well, even in Africa, and South America, North America, it's working really well everywhere. So everything's been working well. Pushing ahead with Ericsson as well, was an American company, Ericsson Rigging. That was an import they did cross-border into the United States. That was one that we actually automated the actual digital entry with Customs Border Protection. You mentioned as well that new partnership with GoChain as well. Great group of guys. Great talking to Ian Alexander's been my main contact there. And when it comes to to GoChain and all these other amazing blockchain projects out in the sphere, what we're looking for obviously is to have value on both ends of the agreement of the partnership. So when it comes to GoChain, they have an amazing technology. They have some great clients out there already. I believe they're working with Lenovo and a couple other companies. They brought us in as their supply chain solution. Basically, one of our major skills is to be able to talk to companies, discuss their process, right from, let's say, a purchase order all the way to when a shipment goes out the door, break down all those individual processes, within the mapping, the initial consultancy, talk about the supply chain and find those pain points. And GoChain sees, that we have this ability to talk to these companies, break down the supply chains, and then, obviously eventually implement and move in with new tech to optimize what they're doing on a daily basis.
Okay, so you've got all these pilots going. There are pilots that have been going for a while, pilots that are about to start, pilots that you're in the process of planning and making happen that we don't know about yet, right? For valid commercial reasons. Are there any pilots where you're like, okay, we're done and dusted, now let's move over to the real thing, we're ready?
Almost definitely. There's one specific that you don't call it a pilot at this point, right? This is a full-fledged implementation, an end-to-end, implementation that we're basically. What's amazing is that the team is working on it. We're being paid to implement, and really, what's going to happen is nonstop transactions once it goes full live. And what's great about this is that we've actually trained now the company. They're setting up their own workflows. They're starting their own shipments. They're about to go full force. When it comes to announcing it, we're just getting down the really detailed marketing that we want to put out for this as well. To be honest, in this vertical specifically, for this company, it is the largest company within the country for this specific vertical that's homegrown. So they're very proud of the fact that not only they're homegrown within their own country, they're not some sort of international conglomerate that's come in, but they're also upgrading their systems to be the most updated when it comes to technology, the most cutting edge, optimizing their systems, automating from end to end of their supply chain. It's going to be an amazing demonstration we'll show of their actual business process. And we hope also to have the CEO step in for an interview with our team.
And with me. Interview with me too.
We can do that as well. We can definitely do that as well. That would be fantastic. You do have a professional interviewer ability, so that would be fantastic. And have him speak about the platform. The one thing I will mention that his first language is Spanish, so we might have to have a Spanish speaker in there as well. But either way, it's going to be some amazing information, amazing content for everyone. I'm very excited about it, and there's many things to be excited about. And that is not the only implementation we have going right now. We have definitely other.
Hold on, just on this one. Hold on. Right, one of the things. If you're watching this and you're familiar with Dan, I have to, because he just goes off. He's just so passionate about this, right? So let me keep up with you, Dan. Right? How roughly when do you think everything will be in place so you can go public on this?
The marketing and everything should be done within the next couple of weeks. I'd say definitely within the month right now. It's just basically getting to sit down with the CEO.
Yeah.
And what it's going to be is actually Carl McDermott, our head of business development. He's originally from the UK, but has lived in Mexico now for over 20 years. So his Spanish is perfect. And he will walk us through this entire, end-to-end flow. And I look forward to sort of unveiling it to everybody, but at the same time, in my mind, it's already a success. We already implemented it. It's already a finished system. So that's all just gravy that I get to enjoy with everybody. But at the same time, I'm already enjoying the actual meat and potatoes.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. It's a real fulfillment of this baby that you and Noam have given birth to.
It's walking. It's growing. It's walking.
That's right. That's right. All right, you're about to let us know something else. About another company which is ready to implement, or is there anything else you want to let us know?
You know what? We have other companies right now, as I mentioned, that document handling system, which is going on, right now, which is amazing. Working on multiple projects with that. One thing I wanted to mention as well is, people have seen us demonstrate our QR code scans and geolocating that. We have a project right now that's actually specifically looking at RFIDs. RFID is a little bit different than QR codes. As you know, a QR code, everyone scanned one before. This use case specifically, because it's an industrial sort of like environment, right? Where the industrial environment has insulation all over the place, dust all over the place. Getting a scan on a specific QR code on a machine in that environment is just not conducive. It's not easy to do. So even though the implementation is super easy, RFIDs, we're scanning things, through installation, through dirt. It doesn't matter. You're still getting that scan, and you can scan a ton of items at one time as well. So everyone should look forward to an awesome demonstration we have for a project that we're going out using RFIDs as a trigger, storing data, connected to the platform. So I'm excited about that as well. Just showing more amazing uses for our middleware and more technologies that other companies take advantage of down the road as well.
That's fabulous. Well, do let me know when the RFID announcement comes out. Right.
It will, most definitely. I will, most definitely.
Yeah. And then I'm hoping to have somebody else from the team on the channel. I can do an interview with them to find out what it is they're doing at their end. And then if people are interested and they want to find out more, I'll have the links in the description below. And I do recommend you check it out. Morpheus Network is a post-ICO project, which is building products that have a real world use case. That's it. And Dan, listen, thank you so much. It's always great and exciting talking to you. I'm glad we made it out, and I look forward to having you back on the channel again. Any last thing you want to say?
I just wanted to thank you, Rich, for being so patient with getting this set up. Sorry that we had to rush it today, but as you know, I have a meeting that I'm hopping on in literally 2 minutes from now. So if it seems like we're rushing it, it's because we are rushing it. We will do it again and make it more extensive next time, and definitely talk about a whole lot of other stuff. And any questions for myself or the team? You mentioned talking to other people on the team. Most definitely, they're such interesting people. Whether it's Noam or Ben or Carl, whoever you talk to, it'll be a great conversation as well. So I just want to thank you, Rich, for taking the time today, and all the viewers as well. Thank you for watching, of course.
All right, thank you. All the best.
Thank you, guys.
All right.